Yo, what up? It's your boy Tom, and it's Wednesday, my dudes. You know what that means. It's time for another Master Duel replay. Now, the NR Festival is still going on, and I contemplated building a second deck to do a deck profile of, but then I realized Metalfoes is just sick. Why would I play anything else? So I've just been grinding with Metalfoes, trying to get to the top of the ladder to milk every single gem out of this event. And my most recent match here, I got an interesting opening hand, and we'll see what I can do with it here. So this game is going to be against Tri-Brigade Unchained. Not sure what the synergy is, but whatever. So as you can see here, there are 0 Metalfoes in this hand, unless you count the Summoner's Art, which it is technically a Metalfoe. But they'll summon Karos, they will send a kit into Nerval, add a kit. Okay, cool. Not sure what Tri-Brigade is really able to do in the NR Festival, but they're also playing Unchained, and that is very annoying. So each of these monsters will float when destroyed by battle or card effect, unless if it is destroyed by itself. And that just means that attacking for game is not going to happen anytime soon. So first, I need to fix my hand. Summoner's Art into Volflame, Baboon, get a Bismugear, put back the combination. Okay, Bismugear, pop, Baboon. Now we've got a Metalfoes fusion. Baboon will summon 2 copies of itself, giving me 2 more chances to fix my hand here, because this hand was awful. Alright, we get another Bismugear. Put back the fusion. Melcaster, put back Apocalypse. Alright, cool. Volflame will pop the Bismugear to set the combination. Now I can go rank 3. Could go into Grampulse to pop the back row, but instead I'll go into Bamboozling Gossip Shadow, because that could stop their monsters from floating. Too bad, they have Phoenix Wing. Alright, never mind. But I did bait out their back row, so should be able to mostly clean this board up by activating Melcaster in the left scale, Metalfoes Fusion, go Bismugear, and also the second Bismugear that's an extra deck for Mithrilium. Alright, so I'll activate Mithrilium, try to get the Rikeya forced out here by threatening to add it back to hand. Rikeya will activate, and instead of destroying a Ruha, they choose to make it destroy itself, which does not trigger its effect. I'm not sure if they knew that going into it, but whatever. Mithrilium attack into the Karas. I'll just leave the Arua on field here. Melcaster destroy Mithrilium to set a full Metalfoes fusion. This will be for next turn's follow-up here. Summon Bismugear from Graveyard. End phase Bismugear add Silvered. Okay. So I do have a fusion play during their turn here. They'll summon Kit. Okay. Banish 3 for Rugal, and then link 4 into none other than Agave Dragon. Cool. Rugal will decrease the attack of my 0 attack monster, and then Kit will send a Nerval to the graveyard to add a Fractal to hand. Don't care. Didn't ask. Plus your cringe. Set the Aruha to attack, battle phase. This is when I will use full Metalfoes fusion plus combination here. This will just get me more board presence. So trade the Bismugear and the Silvered for Metalfoes Orichalc. And since it is a higher level than Mithrilium, combination can trigger and summon the Mithrilium. Cool. They don't redeclare, instead going Agave into Orichalc, but Orichalc, when it gets destroyed, can destroy Agave Dragon. We are in a very good position here, but if I cannot get rid of the Aruha without destroying it, I will not be able to attack for any damage. That's fine here. I will destroy Volflame to get a Metalfoes fusion. I will attempt to add the Aruha back to hand, but they have escape, so they can just destroy Mithrilium and Aruha. But that's fine. That's just going to set me back 1 turn. I still have advantage here. Mithrilium will trigger upon being destroyed, as will Aruha. Aruha can summon an Unchained Twin Sarama from the deck. Alright. And Mithrilium will summon Silvered. So I can scale the Bismugear. This is the correct scales to Pendulum Summon, so I can Pendulum Summon Metalfoes Volflame. Alright, cool. Bismugear pop the Melcaster for a full Metalfoes fusion. Trigger Melcaster to add the Bismugear back to hand. Cool. Now I can activate Parafusion. put the Bismugear and Melcaster into the graveyard for a second Mithrilium. Now this is a little bit risky since I've already used its shuffle effect. That leaves both of my Mithriliums out of the extra deck, and I'm only playing 2. But I should be fine because I have this full fusion with a combination set. I can attack into Sarama, which will go into Rakea, and then Rakea, which will go into Aruha, but since that's already triggered this turn, it cannot float again, and they are left with an empty board. They still take no damage, though. That's fine, I'll go into Cross Sheep just to get Mega Board Presence next turn. Pass back. Let's see what the opponent can do off the top. I know they have a Fractal in hand, and, well, look at that. The other card's Prison. They can add Sarama. They will activate Fractal to send a Karas and then do nothing with it, and then set the Sarama. On end phase, I can full Metalfoes Fusion, Mithrilium, and Silvered into Orichalc once more, which will trigger Mithrilium, Cross Sheep, and Combination for 3 monsters from the graveyard here. So Combination will summon the Mithrilium back. Cool. Now Cross Sheep can summon a Bow Baboon, hopefully get this Disciples out of my hand. And then Melcaster off of the Mithrilium. So I get a Volflame. Bro, I'm sick. Drawn to a Silvered. Bro, I'm sick. Mithrilium. All I have to do is add this Sarama back to hand. They have nothing else to interact with it. I finally resolved its effect. And, yeah, I mean, this is lethal. So just set the Bow Baboon to attack here. Go 700, 1200, playing around Gores, of course. 2k, 26, and 28 for game. So, lesson learned, Metalfoes is sick. Best deck in the NR Festival, hands down. If you disagree with me, insult me in the comments and tell me I'm stupid. But other than that, just go ahead and leave a like on the video if you agree that Metalfoes is the best deck, because it is. Pen best deck, baby, let's go. And then also subscribe for future content. Thank you. See you next week.